This is part 3 of the read-along for Unit 3.05, Impressionism 1, The Art of the Impressionists, Pierre-Auguste Renoir. A contemporary of Claude Monet, Pierre-Auguste Renoir was also a visionary in the development of the Impressionist style. Born in 1841 in Limoges, France, Renoir began his artistic career as a decorative painter of fine porcelain. So he was a contemporary of Claude Monet, meaning he was around at the same time. And he was also, like Monet, a visionary in the development of the Impressionist style, meaning he's one of the sort of inventors of the style. And he started off as a decorative painter of fine porcelain, so fancy plates and bowls and serving dishes and pitchers. He would paint the patterns on those. At the age of 21, he moved to Paris to study art at the École des Beaux-Arts, where he befriended the young Monet. Both artists embraced the plein air style and studied the glistening effects of natural sunlight on objects and figures. Renoir mainly focused on painting vignettes of carefree Parisians enjoying leisure activities. So he and Monet both went to the same school in Paris. Both artists embraced the plein air style, which means when you go out and you paint in the open, outdoors. And they studied the glistening effects of natural light on objects and figures, so they were both really interested in natural light. But Monet did landscapes, and Renoir mainly focused on painting vignettes of carefree Parisians enjoying leisure activities, meaning little vignettes, meaning little scenes of carefree Parisians, people who live in Paris, enjoying leisure activities, so relaxing, having fun. Renoir visited Italy in 1881, where he was inspired by the Renaissance conventions of Raphael and other Italian masters. For a brief period, he painted in a more controlled classical manner, yet eventually he returned to his signature style of free brushstrokes, saturated color, and vibrant lighting. So he went to Italy, saw the old master paintings, got inspired, tried to paint like that for a little while, but eventually he went back to his own style, which is free brushstrokes, saturated color, meaning bright, vivid colors, and vibrant lighting. And here's an example of one of his paintings. Le Moulin de la Galette. Renoir and his fellow Impressionists abandoned traditional subject matter. Rather, they depicted scenes of modern life in a newly industrialized society. Dance halls, cafe life, and other leisure activities. Their paintings were not mired in religious meaning, symbolism, or historical narratives. So Renoir and the other Impressionists gave up the old traditions, like we've been talking about, and they started painting scenes of modern life in a newly industrialized society. So again, we're going through the Industrial Revolution. This is a new thing. There are lots of changes happening in society, and artists are changing the way they're making art at the same time. They're making paintings of dance halls, cafe life, and other leisure activities. Their paintings were not mired in religious meaning, symbolism, or historical narratives, meaning the old traditions were that a lot of paintings had religious meanings, or they were showing scenes from history, and the new Impressionist paintings did not. They just showed modern everyday life. In Les Moulins de la Galette, Renoir presents a lively dance hall, the Pancake Mill, where Parisians gathered on weekends. He included several of his friends and models among the crowd and placed them in casual, carefree poses. Some are dancing, while others eat, play, and socialize. Explore Les Moulins de la Galette activity on the next screen to learn more about the people in the painting. So here's this painting from Renoir. This is a dance hall. They that he painted, and he put some of his friends in the crowd so that he could paint this scene. This is a very famous Impressionist painting. Here's the activity that you can click through whenever you go through this on your own, and be sure to do that. Color, light, and shadow. Renoir's lively brushwork gives his painting a cheerful mood. He wove in flecks of pure blue, green, red, yellow, and white throughout the canvas to create unity. At a distance, your eye blends the soft strokes of color into clothing, flowers, and skin tones. Renoir believed that using unblended color created more vibrancy than did mixing colors together on a palette. Explore Renoir light and color activity on the next screen to view the painting further. So he's got lively brushwork that gives his painting a cheerful mood. So whenever you look at this, it's almost got, because of the way he put the paint down, it's almost got a really kind of happy feeling. And whenever you zoom in, there are little flecks of pure color all throughout to give the painting unity. And at a distance, your eye blends all these colors. So whenever you see it up close, you see all the little pieces of pure color, but at a distance, your eye and your brain mix those colors to where it looks like it's all been mixed, and these flesh tones don't look like they've got flecks of pure color in them, but they do. And Renoir believed that having these flecks of unblended color, these little pieces of bright color, gave the painting more vibrancy, so it made it brighter than it would be if you mix the colors on a palette and put them on the canvas like that. And then on the next page, there is another activity where you can click through and see some close-ups of this painting. So I do recommend that you do that when you go through here on your own. And that is the end of the read-through for Unit 3.05.